Check it out. In this video, we're going to talk about cops who got humiliated by military veterans. Let's get to it. A man in Houston was filming a police cruiser when a cop arrived and asked him what he was doing.
Hey, look, I think I found the officer. Hey, good morning. How you doing, man? I'm just chilling.
Filming something?
Yeah.
He was being very unpleasant right from the start and told the man to get the camera out of his face.
Get that out of my face.
Why?
Because I asked you to.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm going to go ahead and record for my safety.
What safety is this?
I don't know. You're coming towards me right now. I'm not feeling safe.
Because I'm asking you a question.
The man was scared of him, so he told him that he would continue to film for his own safety. The cop was surprised by this and asked the man if he was a veteran.
Right, and I'm just recording it.
Are you a veteran?
Yes, I am.
What are you doing here right now?
My business.
No, you don't have business without being.
When the man confirmed that he was, the cop asked him once again what he was doing. They kept arguing for a while, and at one point, the man asked the cop if he was trying to violate his rights. The cop ignored him and asked him for his ID instead. When the man refused to identify himself, the cop called for backup.
Do you have an appointment?
Sir, are you trying to violate my rights right now?
Sir, do you have an let me see your ID.
No, sir, I'm not going to ID myself.
Hey, 4 to 10.
You just force ID out of people for no reason?
Be quiet.
I can't talk now?
Meet me over here to the smoking shelf.
I can't talk.
The man asked him if he had done anything illegal, and the cop ignored that question as well. After a little bit of back and forth, the cop lost control and just grabbed this man's camera.
Are you detaining me, officer? Are you detaining me?
Give me a minute.
If not, I'm going to walk away.
No, don't move.
So I'm being detained.
Don't move.
I need an answer on that.
That's up to you.
No, okay, well,
up to
I'm
you.
going to go ahead and walk unless you tell me I'm detained.
No, you're not going to give me your ID.
So are you telling me I'm
You're not going
detained?
to give me your ID, right?
Are you telling me I'm detained,
You're not going
officer?
to give me your ID?
A cop came onto this property and started questioning a man about a car. The man asked him how he got in, and we learned that the cop removed the chain from the gate.
Yeah, he's in jail.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
you know who the car belongs to?
That's Eli's. How'd you get in?
Through the gate?
It was locked?
There was a chain on it, yeah.
Okay.
Is there an issue?
The cop then continued to ask questions, but the man said that he didn't want to answer any questions without a lawyer present. The cop was wondering what was the big deal because he wasn't under investigation, but the man was persistent and told the cop once again that he wouldn't answer any questions.
So, there was a note left on the console there
Yeah.
that said somebody had effed up and the keys were in the by the gas cap and a phone in the console. I'm just making sure everybody's okay.
At this time, I don't want to answer any more of your questions. Just to be, all legal and stuff. I don't know what this is about, so.
The cop then said that he just wanted to investigate the gate, to which the man replied that he could do that, but not on his property, and urged him to leave. Here, a military veteran refused to identify himself. Not only that, but he stated all the reasons why he didn't have to do that.
About to commit a crime or in the process of committing a crime.
I agree with that.
Right?
You're correct.
Okay, so explain to me how, with that law, I have to ID. Explain to me.
The cop was surprised by this man's knowledge, so he started repeating stuff. When the guy asked him for his name and badge number, he refused.
So you wanted me to explain to you why I'm asking for you to identify yourself?
Yes, please give me your name and your badge number,
Okay.
please.
Well, no, I won't give you that right now.
What do you mean you won't? This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever encountered.
Would you like me to explain the reason I'm asking you for your?
I would like your name and badge number, please,
So
first.
you don't want me to explain the reason?
I would like your name and badge number first. For the record, name and badge number first.
Instead, he wanted to explain why he asked for his ID. The man didn't want to listen to any of that and demanded that the cop identify himself first.
Explain to you the reason that I asked these officers to stop you,
Oh my
pull
God.
you over, and ID you. Would you like me to explain that to you?
In the end, the other cop, realizing that this military veteran knows his business, showed up and wished him a good day.
Would you like me to explain that to you?
All right, Mr. Booker, you have a nice day. Good luck at your shooting competition.
This isn't your ordinary traffic stop because the cop actually hit a car. The people in the car wanted to see the damage done to their car, but the cop wanted to finish his traffic stop first.
I want to see the damage done to my
Give me a minute. We're on a traffic stop right now. Once I get done with my traffic stop, we're following too
I was
closely.
not following too close. Clearly you were. You hit me.
You stopped in the middle of a roadway, sir.
He started making all sorts of excuses, but these people were not to be messed with, and the cop had no other choice but to tone it down a bit. He then asked them for their ID, but they refused. The cop lost his cool and forced the man, who is a military veteran, out of the car.
I didn't stop. I got over and I was in the lane.
You
trying
stopped
to
in the
speed
lane.
back up. No, I was
you
trying to
canceled
speed
the-
back up.
Okay,
and you
sir.
slammed on your gas.
Okay.
And you hit us.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well, I told you why I stopped you, because you were following me too closely.
but I wasn't. But
Okay.
We'll see in court.
Okay. Do you have an ID on you, ma'am?
I sure do.
You don't need her ID.
Yes, I do, actually, for the accident report
That's
that you so want, sir.
Yes.
I do want it.
Okay.
You f***ing hit me.
There's no damage between our vehicles, though.
I don't give a f***, bro. You f***ing hit me.
Get out of the car.
The woman did the smart thing and started recording everything. You can also see how traumatized she is. She was crying the whole time and wondering why the cop was doing all that. The cop then approached the car and told the woman that he has a problem with them cussing at him, even though it's considered protected speech under the First Amendment.
Get out of the car. Get out.
Okay.
Get out of the car.
Okay.
Get out of the car.
I'm getting out.
There's no need for that.
This is where the woman revealed that her husband is a veteran and that he suffers from severe PTSD. The cop just didn't care about any of that and continued to complain about the cussing. One couple was magnet fishing when they found a weapon, so they called the police. When a cop arrived, they explained very clearly that they were filming everything for their YouTube channel. But he had a problem with that and said that he needed to sign a release first. He refused to do that and went on to tell the guy that it was against the law to film him.
How's it going, officer?
So we both got we've got YouTube channels, and we basically film everything that we find magnet fishing in the canals around here. My girlfriend came across a pistol while she was down there.
Okay, for you to put me on YouTube means I need to sign a release to do that, and I'm not doing that.
It's the First
For you to put me on
Amendment.
something that you might gain money from is against the law. Now, I'd like...
The guy then said that it wasn't true and that he talked multiple times to his lawyer about that particular issue. The cop didn't want to accept it and just went away.
Yeah,
Yes, right.
Can you leave it there, and can you turn that off, please?
I'm sorry, sir, but according to my attorney, I've talked to my attorney several times. He's not trying to make a problem. We're trying to turn in something to you, sir.
And I'll come over and I'll take it.
Okay.
When the guy asked him for his name and badge number, he refused to tell him that. Then he just continued to stand there and wait for backup.
Sir?
Right there on there.
Right there.
You can stay over there, please.
Well, I'm trying to find your name and badge number,
If I
sir.
get over there when I have another officer here, I'll be happy to let you see it up close. Say that you respect me, what I do, I would like to actually show them.
Here we have a blind veteran asking the cop to identify himself, which he refused.
Okay, well you can't give people orders unless you identify yourself. So.
Yes, I can.
Okay, well your orders are
The man
invalid.
then went on to lecture the cop by saying that he can't give people orders unless he identifies himself. The cop argued with that and then tried to get this man out of the building for recording.
Film? Oh no, we don't use film anymore.
Recording.
Pardon?
You have to leave, you know that, right?
What's that?
You gotta leave. You can't have people kind of sitting around.
As if that wasn't enough, he also pointed a camera in a different direction. The man told him not to touch his things, to which the cop replied that it's illegal to film him.
Rundown of everything. Some of the stuff is.
Turn your camera.
Oh, all right.
So you were not filming.
Oh, please don't touch my things.
But that's against the law.
What is?
Put film me without my permission.
Oh, actually that's not true. Do you know what law that is? What law is that? Your law. Well, who are you? You touching my camera is actually illegal, sir.
When the man told him to cite the law that says that, the cop unironically said that it's his law. He also still didn't want to identify himself and actually asked the blind veteran if he could see him. You really can't make this stuff up.
Don't you see me?
No. Are you wearing a name tape or anything?
No.
You're not?
Yeah, I have a nameplate.
Okay. I can't see it. Can you tell me what it says?
No.
You can't tell me what it says?
You don't ever need to know.
I absolutely do, sir. You actually touched my property without my permission, so that's a crime. If I want to report that crime, I need to know your name.
We close at approximately 10.
Will you at least tell me who you work for? Like, are you sheriff's department or?
Leave at approximately.
Then the building manager showed up and also told this man to stop recording. Meanwhile, he asked the cop one more time to identify himself because he wanted to file a complaint against him for touching his property. But instead of helping him with that, they threatened to arrest him.
Who are you looking for?
An administrator, some kind of building manager.
Okay, well, I'm over the building.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you one time to please stop recording right now.
Who are you?
It is posted on the doors. My name is Leslie.
Okay.
It's posted on the doors There's no video recording. We have clients here that are here for medical reasons.
Yeah.
And you're violating their law, their rights.
What right is that?
They're HIPAA violations.
Oh, you know that HIPAA applies to the medical.
The man went on to clarify some things, basically trying to get them to understand that he didn't do anything wrong. But they ignored all of that and arrested him, injuring him in the process. The man spent several hours in the hospital as a result of those injuries and was eventually charged with second-degree trespassing and resisting an officer. So this legally blind veteran was just walking down the street, minding his own business, when all of a sudden, a cop stopped him and asked him what was in his pocket.
Hi there! What's this in your back pocket? I just saw you walking it.
The navigational aids. What's the problem? You a tyrant?
Yeah, I am actually. What's your name and
The man answered that it was his navigational aid and asked the cop if she was a tyrant, and she actually said yes. She then asked him for his name and date of birth, but he refused and said that she doesn't have to know that. He also asked her about the reasonable suspicion, but she just wouldn't listen and told him that she wanted to make sure if he was carrying a weapon properly.
What is your suspicion?
It looks like you're carrying a gun in your back pocket. I'm stopping to make sure you're carrying it properly. You don't have
you ensured that it's not a firearm?
No, you keep turning so I can't see it. You don't have to be a dick to me.
The man showed that it was a cane, not a weapon. She told him that he was being detained and kept asking him to identify himself.
One to me.
No, sir, I'm doing my job.
Am I detained?
Yeah, you are. What's your name and date of birth?
It does not matter.
Yes, sir, it does.
Do you have a crime?
Would you like me
Call
to
your
put you in
supervisor.
He's right
He
here.
refused to do that because he didn't commit any crime. He then went on to educate her supervisor, but they arrested him anyway.
You don't...
Sir, what's the stop before? For a walking stick.
So,
And it could look like a weapon. She asked you to
Really?
present it, okay?
Now she's asking me for ID.
Okay.
I don't need the ID unless there's reasonable articulated suspicion that I have committed a crime and committing a crime or about to do a crime.
Sir, and her suspicion was that you were armed, okay? And she's asking for your ID.
Well, now she has verified that I am not armed.
Okay.
So there is no
you have
problem.
your ID or not?
I do have my ID, but you don't need it.
Okay. Okay.
Eventually, both cops got suspended because of this incident. This Navy veteran was stopped by a cop who asked him for his license and registration. The man refused to give him that because he didn't commit any crime.
There, one in Gibsonton, there's a stop bar, a stop sign, you have to come to a complete stop.
Nah, I came to
With
a
the red
complete.
light.
Nah, I came to a complete stop.
What's that?
I came to a complete stop.
It's
But
your
let-
word against mine, that's fine. I understand that completely. You got your license and registration on you?
No, I don't have to give you my license and registration.
You do have to give me. You
What
have to
crime?
identify
What
yourself.
crime did I commit?
I already told you.
I am being harassed as an African American.
The man then turned to his camera and accused this cop of lying. He added that the cop was harassing him just because of his skin color. The man then revealed to the cop that he was a veteran and proceeded to call 911 requesting a supervisor.
For false accusations, and the deputy here is fishing, and I want this to be recorded. I did
So
23
listen,
years in the military.
Thank you very much for your
But
service.
it's not a right or wrong situation.
Okay, I've already
I
explained to you.
respect the law. My
But
brother's
you're
my
not
brother
respecting
my
me
brother
right
is an officer in Brunswick, Georgia,
So
a captain
for
on the police force.
See, that's
I
what I'm
will
saying.
be
You keep
I will be
interrupting me.
sending it to him.
Judging by his body language, the cop was in panic mode this whole time, probably because he knew he was wrong here. The man also went on to explain everything that happened to the operator. The man eventually was given 3 tickets, but he took it to trial and won.
You don't need to call 911.
Nah, I'm calling 911.
All right.
Yes, can I get a supervisor out here on 301?
Yeah, we've already.
Can I get a state? I want to
Sure.
301, 301, and I need a state trooper. I don't want a Hillsborough County. I want a state trooper.
Okay, sir. I need to know where on 301 you are.
I'm right here in front of.